So the recording is on, and what I'm going to do is move this here. Okay, so which box we were working with? Let's see here. So let's go to settings here, and then we're gonna have these many physical boxes here. Okay, in the storage. So I'm gonna go into storage. I click here, and then I'm gonna add, and then add. Oh, so I'm gonna create new. I'm gonna leave it default. Next. First one is 16 GB. Okay, and then I'm gonna say create. Okay, and then I'm gonna create again. Next, and SDE is 8 GB, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Next, I'm gonna create again, and the third one is 24 GB, right? Okay, so let's add all this here, one at a time, I suppose. Abdullah, come here. Okay, I'm gonna log in root. Okay. Let me see. So I'm gonna go 193, 168, 130. Okay. So I'm gonna do LSBLK. Okay. So we have this much of drive, this much of space here. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing here. So I'm gonna create a script template lvm.sh. Okay. So very first thing, can you tell me what should I put in here? I'm not gonna put anything like echo commands or anything like those or input. for now you to understand, what I'm going to do is, we're just putting this command here. Okay, so what command should I put in here? So let me just make sure here we have SDB, SED, okay, SDB, SDE, and SDF. So what we have is SDB, SDC, and SDD, okay? So we have to worry about that. So can somebody help me? So what I'm going to do is simply I'm going to copy this. This is the very first command that is actually doing anything, right? You all agree? So I'm going to copy. I'm going to put it in here. So I'm going to say SDB, SDC, and SDE. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're creating this, okay? So what will happen here is only this, so far this part will be displayed here, okay? And this is PV display. There would be for us to display what happened so far here. So that is not necessary. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a volume group here. SDP. Okay. SDC. SDE. Okay. This is just a VGS to look at the volume information. So we don't need all that here. What we need is LV create. We're going to create the logical volume here. Okay, so we're going to create accounting. And so what will happen here? Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're going to create one partition here. So. Okay. Everybody with me so far, right? Hello?
Yeah, brother, looks like I'm with you. I'm with you. Yes, sir. I am with you as well.
Okay, good. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to mount. Okay, now it's saying create rest of the logical volumes here. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to do YY. Okay, I'm going to do paste here. And it says Dev Finance. Okay, and HR. Okay, and recruiting. And when you look at this picture here, okay, all these things I put together is helping you now, right? So what we need here is we need HR 4 GB and finance 4 GB and recruiting 4 GB. Okay. Okay, good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create we created the directory here. So we created the directory, not directory. What are we doing? nkfs.xfs. We're creating the file system. HR and then recruiting. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is, so we have accounting, then we have finance. Okay, and then we have HR, and then we have recruiting. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is, and then what we're doing is we're mounting it. So we're gonna do finance. We're gonna mount it for finance. Okay. HR is for HR, and recruiting is for recruiting. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. So first one is accounting, second one is finance, third one is HR, fourth one is recruiting. Okay. All right. What else? So let's see here. So what we did is we are creating a PV create. What does PV create stands for? Physical volume create. So you need this command to bring all this together as a ready these physical volumes to be part of volume group. So we do issue a command volume VG create ZMPT1. Okay. And then these are the volume groups. It will become a volume group. Okay. And then we out of this, so when you put all this together, we have a 48 GB, 24, 16, 8, and 24 all together makes a 48 GB here. Yeah, 48 GB, right? Yeah. Okay. Now what we did here is we created a lv create command. Okay, so we did lv create accounting. We did 4 GB. We're gonna go a step here and let's make this 8 GB. Okay, and let's make this 16 GB. Okay, so how much is left now? 32 is gone. And we're going to make this 10 GB. Okay? Okay, so all these things, you're not just creating this as a snap, you're just working with your team and then they'll tell you how and how much you need this year. Okay? Okay, so what do you guys think? It will work or not work? So I'm going to say df-h if nothing is in there, right? So what we're going to do is, if you want to make this persistent in the FS tab, right? Yeah. So what we're going to do is FS tab over here. Okay, let's do this here. So we did this for a swap here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a new session or a duplicate session. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Okay, let's continue from creating.
So what is again breaking?
Okay, no, I was not speaking there. Okay, so let's take a look here how we're going to do it. Okay, yeah, we'll come back to the other step after unit. I couldn't comprehend how this is. So let me clear this. I'm going to do LSELK.
What is it?
Yeah, go ahead. Hello? You have a question?
Brother, three questions, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, three questions, brother. Yeah. We created this script based on the commands we put it there. We are assuming that B, C, D, E drive, they already exist and everything will work fine. So do we need to put any, what you call this, some sort of condition that if this doesn't happen, that happens, or everything, if, for example, if D drive or C drive or D drive is not there, already not there.
Yeah. So
I just thought came to me, brother.
yeah, what you have to do is then you have to go look into the script here and see if then else you have to play around with this a little bit here. Okay? But for this example, this is easy. At the same time, understanding LVM is a little complex too. Okay? If you would have understand LVM, then these commands is straightforward to me. Okay? But
They are, brother.
yeah,
They are straightforward, yes.
yeah, but don't worry about this here. The questions you were asking is when you're already working as a Linux person, you would understand these things like 2 or 3 years with a real hand experience here. But for all the scripts, all the scenarios that I have given you, it's in here, okay? Don't get scared here that, oh, this is something here I don't need to understand here. Don't worry about this. Run the same exact script, copy this and run it, okay? Then go in there and play around with the numbers here. Play around with this here. We have 1, 2, 3 here, right? So add like 2 more in here and see how the parameters are going to work. So the important thing is you have to play around with this. The more you play around, the better you get at it. Okay? So you could definitely add some conditions in here. Please enter the device name. So you could put in this here. And then put another device in there. If you don't have anything, then you could put in enter to continue. Okay, you could do all those things here, but for you to able to understand, you have to understand the script in simple terms. Then you could go back in here and play around with this here. So the best thing you want to do with little scripting is start from the top here. Play around with each script like 10 times and then move on to another one and move on to another one. Because this document, you have everything and anything you need to write from a simple script to very complex script. Okay? So your peers and your so the more you do it, the better you get understand. Because at this moment, I could show you so much, right? And then I'm pretty sure and I'm confident that this document has everything. Okay? So you could definitely use this document to get started and keep working, then you get better at it. But I would say don't stress too much on this here. If you're going to get like a very senior Linux engineer person, then they will question you on all this here. But you're not going to target for that job. You're going to target for a 6-figure salary that will help you get a break into this industry. And you should be able to put on your resume that you know how to do scripting and all that. Okay, just imagine from the start of the scripting class, you didn't know anything about scripting, right? And you know a lot more about scripting now. You could start from scratch how to make a file, an executable file, right? You know how to do that, right? So you didn't know when you started the class. So The more you learn, the better it gets. And I'll show you how to go onto Google and then get help and get scripts. There are thousands of scripts available on Google. All you have to do is just filter on. Okay, let's run this and see what is going to happen here.
Jazakallah, brother. Thank you very much.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I do DFS and H. Nothing is there, right? So okay, nothing is there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it and okay, so the special device. Okay, so it gave out the information here that mount device EMPC1 accounting does not exist. Okay, so it ran everything. If you do BLTID.
After you are breaking up too much now again.
Okay.
But Zafar, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. So
you're breaking up too much again, brother.
what about now? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Still breaking.
Oh man, I don't know what the problem is. Let me do a.
I can hear you. You are breaking, David. I can hear you. It looks delay from your side.
What about now?
Maybe you connected to your another Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm connected.
Hello?
Yeah. You know what? Hold on, let me dial in from the phone, okay?
Yep. Sure.
Oh.
Welcome. Enter your access code or meeting number followed by pound. Enter your ID number followed by pound. If you do not know your ID number.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. Okay, you can still hear me? Hello?
I can hear you clearly.
Any better though? Any better? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright, so what will happen is, here is the problem here. I have to put this MKFS after each line here, okay? Okay. So I think it will work now. Okay, special cannot create directory, file exists. File exists, and let's go back in here. mkdir. This one? No, this is device. This is the hard drive. This is the volume group and this is the volume. Okay, so something did happen though. Okay, let's see. LSBLK. Okay, nothing happened. So, guys, let's take a 5-minute break here. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, let me stop recording. Okay, so let's look at it here. So, what is the mistake we're doing here? So, let's see here. It says, cannot create directory, accounting file already exists. Okay, so the reason mount special device dev gmpt accounting does not exist. So we have to go in here and see
Can we do the
LSBLK? Yeah, see, these drives, nothing has happened to them. These drives are not touched yet. So LV create has not executed yet. So let's see what we are missing here. Dev SD. Yeah.
we have an empty directory command. Are they created or not?
Yes, the directories are there here. But let's see here. When I do LSBLK, so something should have happened here, right? At this moment, it looks like nothing has been done to them. Or let's do BLKID. Okay, so let's see SD, B, and C. So it became a member, LVM2 member. Okay, let's do here PV create, SDB, SDC. Okay, here. SDG. E doesn't exist. So we have to go in there and change E. Instead of E, SDD. Okay? and then so it's failing here because we are creating VG grid SDD. Then what it will do is it will execute this, it will do this, do this, and I think this part has already been executed. Yeah, the finance is there, recruiting is there, and what else? HR, accounting is there, and HR is there, so we are good there. If something is already there, it's going to error out, okay? Okay, it worked. If I do df-h, okay, you see all your drives are mounted here. Okay, and if you do lsblk, you have all your drives in here. SDB, SDC, and SDD. So what we have learned here in here, it was all done by script in a matter of no time. What the? What is the first happen? Okay. Okay, see how simple is this now? CV create, VG create, LV create, NK, FS, and all this is repeat. The only real commands we're putting in here is 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, there are 6 commands in here, okay, everything else is repeat. This is repeating, this is repeating, this is repeating, this is repeating, repeat, 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 repeat. That's how you're going to play around and make it repeated, and that's how you're going to provision things out. Okay, so let's take a look here at is it clear here? Can you see how fast this was done? What I'm going to do is let's remove everything else, everything here, and then start over again. LM. Okay, delete volume group. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to PV remove all this and delete it here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, okay, before that, I'm going to go into DFFNH. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to replace this with okay, and then this one is going to mount on accounting. Okay, and we'll leave everything else the same. We're gonna do accounting XFS default, right? What is the command to load it from the FS tab? Anybody? Okay, I have this in FS tab, right? But it's not, if I do DFFNH, accounting is not mounted here. But in FS tab, accounting is there. What is the command? Okay, very good. Mount -A. Mount -A will do that for you. So accounting is back in there. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to copy this much here. I'm going to go all the way bottom here. And then I'm going to copy here. Okay, I'm going to do paste. Okay, so okay, now you can see better. So I'm going to do YY3. So the accounting is there, so I'm going to delete accounting. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm preparing this for FS tab entering here, okay? I'm going to delete everything and start over again. So finance is mounted on finance. Okay, and let's see. Okay, and this one is HR. HR. Okay, and recruiting. Oh man. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is echo. This is FS tab entry. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna type echo. And then where are you going to type this in? Where is this going to go? ETC? Very good. FS tab. Okay. Don't tell me you don't know what I'm doing here.
Do I need to put the echo command here also? We don't have to, right?
In the script you have to. Okay, the echo command is when you type echo and hit enter, it will repeat it back on the screen here, right? Instead of putting that on the screen, we're putting it in a file. Did you get it? Okay, let's copy this here, okay? Finance is there. Before you do everything here, of course you have to do experiment and all that, and you have to have a good understanding. Okay, so I'm going to click here and look at this here. If you go back in here, you have this here, but it's going to add another line here, okay? Let me quit. So if I do like echo Anwar, it's going to say Anwar here, right? If I say echo and type Anwar, and then I'm going to put it in ETC FS tab, and instead of replacing on the screen here, this part is thrown into this file here. So if I go in there, we should see nothing but Anwar under new line. You see I knew. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I copied that here, right? So if I go in here, if I copy the last line here, right? There is no entry in here. So if I just type it in here, so the entry is in there now. See, recruiting was not there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this, and we'll let the script do everything for us. Okay. Now, so let's go ahead and remove what we have created here. So how are we going to do this? PV remove. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to PV remove. What I'm going to do? Okay, I'm going to do PV remove. So I'm going to say dev SDV. Okay, SDC, SDG. Okay, and then I'm going to remove the volume group. Okay, so it says physical volume not. Oh, okay. What you have to do is you have to unmount it. So you have to U-mount /finance/HR and recruiting and accounting. Okay. What is it? Is used by volume group. Oh, okay. I have to remove VG remove first. Turn off the swap. PV remove. Okay, I think I put in here VG remove. Okay, ZMPT1 -Y. It's successfully removed here. Okay, then if you do LSDLK. Okay, DLK ID. Okay, DFSNH. Okay, good. So one command has removed everything in here, okay? So let's do. So now what we have is we have a brand spanking 3 drives here, and then we're going to exploit it. So if you go back in here, there is nothing else written in here, okay? So I'm going to do quit. Okay, so it's going to say PV create, we're creating the drives here. We're going to create a volume here, and then we're going to create 4 partitions, and then we're going to make this XFS. Then we're creating the physical drives here, okay? Okay, and then we are echoing this, all this in here, and making it go in here, okay? Everybody agree? This is a FS tab entry. So what we could do here is echo creating a physical volume. Okay, then what are you going to do here? The echo creating volume group ZMPT1. Okay, these are just silly echo commands here. Okay, echo creating accounting LV. Echo finance LV. Okay. So what do you do? YY. Okay, instead of finance, you say HR now. Okay, so you did this here, and then you could do here, echo, creating the mount points. Okay, this is the drives we're creating here. Now, what I could do is, I could get rid of this part here. This part is not going to run. So if that part is not going to run, what is the command I'm going to give here? Anybody? You got it. Just spell it out. Huh? Where is it? Mount benefit. Okay. Now you could see here now that we saved 4 lines of code. This part we have to do it anyway, so we saved 4 lines of code and then we are doing it here. Okay? So it says like mounting from FSTab. Mounting from FSTab. Is this going to work? Anybody has a confidence in this script that it's going to work without any problem?
Wait, but didn't type mount dash A? Did you type anywhere?
No. Very good. That's what I was looking for. Oh, I did. I thought I did, yeah. Mount hyphen A. Now, to your eyes, it's just the same thing as it's looking more complicated here, right? It's not more complicated. All these things we learned already. These are just the silly commands here. Instead of going into opening an FS tab and typing it physically, we have already determined here. Once you determine this part, you're just repeating all this 4 times here. Right? All you're doing is just replacing it this, recruiting, HR, finance, accounting. Okay, let's run this here. So I'm going to clear this. I'm going to do df-h. Nothing is there. So I'm going to run the script LVM. XFS signature detected on. Oh man. Okay, let's see DFS image. Okay, it worked just fine. The reason it gave here is we would still have to run the PV remove command. Let's do it the right way one more time, okay? So we do VG remove ZMPT1 -y. Okay, we have to do should I do mount -a? But it removed SDA. Alright, let's do it here, don't worry about it. It's all gone. Then let's do PV remove dev FDB CD. Okay, do DFF and H. And so we go VI FS tab. So let's remove these entries here. 1, 2, 3, 4. What about now? It's going to run now.
Should run.
It found the XFS signature on offset 0, wipe it, yes. So I think when we are removing it, the system, we can turn off the swap is there, swap off -A, remove. Let's try this formula first here. See the DFF and H. Everything is mounted here, right? FS tab is there too. Let's do PV remove, dev SD, First you mount it. PVDB is used by VG1, so please use VG reduce first. Alright, let's do VG reduce command and do dev/sdb. Yeah. Where is it? Who said that?
I said that.
Okay, good. Hold on. Extending reduce.
Reducing is something else. Anything reduces is
Yeah, you're right. Very good. You have to say GMPT also. What volume group you are removing it from?
I know this could be just the volume command. By running this command, that is just going to wipe out all of them. I can't reduce at a specific value of the command. Every remove and then whatever the volume we wanted to remove, automatically also we can specify them.
Okay. Just move the LVM structure. Remove the faulty drive. It's not working. VG reduce SDBC. Yeah. All of them are unmounted.
And then I have seven more.
Let me do mount -A. Okay, what were you saying?
I mean, everything where the running unit is destroyed, I think we have to go add them and make sure I mounted first and then just run around like we did from assets and then we remove LV and by running LV remove command.
Yeah, it's all removed here.
It's all removed here. And it's kind of busy.
So we could do LV remove command then, right?
I remember I had this problem. Whenever it keeps saying, and then I should customize everything. You have to do it on delete version, multiple videos and thinking. Oh yeah, everything was there on time. One of them, multiple engine, one volume group, and then the particular engine.
Okay, very good. So now LV display LV.
The reason command is now yes now.
Add PV, reduce PV. Reduce PV, right? Okay, yeah, this LV remove. Yes. And then what else we have? Recruiting. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we have I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What? And then there is one more, right? Accounting, HR, finance. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is VG remove. Now we're gonna do PV remove. Reduce is first. PV remove, right? PV remove. PV reduce. PV reduce command doesn't work. Okay, now yeah. Okay. Okay. SDC, SDD, okay? DCG. Can't remove final physical volume. So now we do VG reduce, VG remove. Then let's do VG reduce. Okay. So nothing is in here. So you do LHDLK. and those drives are sitting there and doing nothing. So I'm going to do a clear. Okay, so I knew it's going to find one at least. Creating an
this thing answers no well, I mean like that. When it access that signature, you can still on this.
we may have to reboot the system, I think.
Yes.
So anyway, the script is working. So what is happening here is we did create, these are all the simple commands here. The fact of the matter is you just have to play it around and make it work. Okay, we just have to figure out. So when we started the script here, where did we get all this information from? Where did we get all this information from? We get information from looking around and finding it out. Okay? And then you're putting it together. We didn't know this information, and we didn't know over here we created SDB, SDC, and SDD, right? So we didn't have this information here. So where did we get this information here from? We got this information from looking around and finding it out. We found out SDB, right? Instead of SDB, it would have been something else. Then you just replace this here. But you know, you do this command here, you create this command, you do this command here. So let's try to take this as our input. We learned about how to take it as an input file, right? So let's see if it's going to work that way. Hello? जरा मैंने क्लास में हूँ फिर क्लास को कॉल करता हूँ ओके चलो ओके Okay, so this part we didn't know, right? What are we going to enter here, right? So what we're going to do is, let's go in here and so you want to use the script on any computer that would take this input. So how are we going to do that? So the simple one is Boolean. I mean, not necessarily. That would be a little complex. So I don't want to. You could definitely use anything you want here. Okay. So let's try. Let's try something simple here. Let's try something like this here. When we run the command, we get input 1, input 2, input 3, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to declare all these three things here. $1, $2, $3. And then where is the $1, $2, $3 is being used here? It's being used over here. No. First, second, third. Okay, so creating a physical volume. So in here, disk1 equals $1. Disk2 equals $2. Disk3 equals $3. And then how are we going to replace this here? We're going to replace this part here. I'm going to leave this intact. So how am I going to replace this part? What is it I'm going to replace here? Anybody? $disk1, $disk2, $disk3. Okay, makes sense, right? One. When we give it the prompt here is going to go in here, and whatever that prompt will, disk1 will become SD1, whatever you do it in the order. Okay. So let's see if this is going to work.
So this is whenever this means that we need to try a /dev and / we need to try from the command from dash also /dev also. What about that?
You're putting it here. Whatever the input is going to take that in. Let's see if it's going to work. If not, then we'll figure it out. I didn't hear you. Say that again. Okay, before that we have to delete everything. Logical volume contains the system in use. Okay, yeah, you have to zoom on. Oh God, system is busy. Okay, and then we're gonna do PV remove. Did it work or it didn't work? Let's do VG remove, right? Okay. So what I'm going to do here is so I'm going to run this LVM script /dev/sdb dev/sdc dev/sdd. Okay. Okay, this part, I think I need to restart the system here at this moment. Okay. Look at that. Tell me you are more confident at this moment now than start of the class today. What we did was, whatever we have learned, we just put it in here. Now this script is independent of the what drive you put it in. Okay? So you do DFSNH, you do LSBLK, and then you do VIETCFS tab. It's all in there. Okay, so let's reboot this one time and then do it again, okay? So what I'm going to do is instead of that, let's bring up one more server and run that script on that server, okay? Is there a one here for LVM? We'll go up until 12:30, okay? Is that okay? So nothing is there. If you do LSBLK, there's nothing is there, right? So what I'm going to do here is I need to copy from one server to another server. What do I do? What is the command? I'm sorry?
SCP?
Yeah, SCP, then the file name. Okay? So what is the file name? LVM. If it's a folder, you type uppercase hyphen and then the folder name. It copies the whole folder, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm going to copy to at and then a colon slash. Of course. When you're practicing, you have to use this, all the DNS setup and everything. Yes. Okay, so the copy is complete. If I do ls here, the file is here, lvm.sh. Okay, let's have some more fun here. Okay, so I do lsblk, and we have sdb, c, and d here. So I'm going to do vi/lvm. So we know we are having this in here, right? So now we are sharing this in the team here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do echo enter at least 3 drives okay. Now instead of putting this as a command line, what we could do here is we could use the input one. Okay, if we want to accept as a command, what are we going to do? What command are we going to read file? Very good. So let's look at the simple read command here, okay? Where is the read command? Okay, right here, read num1, and it becomes all that here. So what we're going to do is read disk 1, read disk 2, read disk 3. So what we're going to do is echo at least 3 drives. So what we're going to do is this script needs at least, let's make it nice. This script is used for creating the LVMs, okay? And what you can do is echo this script needs at least 3 drives, okay? Then you say echo enter first drive info. Example, /SD, SDB, okay, let's keep it that way. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna paste it here, and then we're gonna paste it here to look easy on the eyes. We're gonna do some room here. Okay. All right. So what will happen is it will display this, and then you put this disk information here, and I will grab the disk 1, disk 2, disk 3. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do here is we'll have some fun, more fun over here. So let's see, create volume group ZMPT1. Okay. So instead of ZMPT1, what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask the user what the name they want to do. Okay. So what we're gonna do is echo. Enter the name of the volume group you want. Example, ZMPT1. I'm going to get rid of this. So I'm going to say, so what should be here? What command? Read VG name. Make sure when you're creating a variable, it doesn't it's not something like you're using it as a built-in reserved name here. So just to be safe, I'm gonna say like VG1, VG name 1. Okay. So what is that I'm going to replace here? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say VG name 1.
Should be dollar?
And dollar, yes, very good. Who said that? Yeah, very good. And then, okay, so what is going to happen here? Create VG. All this is going to get replaced with the dollar this 1, this 2, this 3. Okay. Everybody agree with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And what is the tweak we need to do here? We have to put this here, VG1, name VG1. Yep. Volume echo over here. Okay. Now if you want to have more fun, enter the name of a volume group you want. Okay. And then so you could put in if then else statement here too, okay? But I want you guys to figure that out here. So let's see here. Creating our content volume group. Over here you could give a name too. Okay, so over here, go ahead.
What should we be using each statement? I just missed something. Why and where and
No, I mean, Anwar, sorry. If statement is, when you have here, like you're using more than four volume groups, right? You could use that if statement. If there is more entry, you could use it, but here you could use the if statement if you are doing it more than one entry. Actually, you have to, you have to figure it out here. I'm not going to show you that. But let's work on this, what we have started so far, okay? So we got VG1. Okay. I mean, the more you work, the better it gets. I cannot show you everything here. This is the blueprint here. You have everything in here. You just have to use your head and then see how this will help you in here. So far this looks complicated now here, right? What am I doing here? I'm just using what information in here. I'm just putting it here. Okay, so we have read VG1 and it's going to create the volume group here. Now, what we could do is here creating so here enter name of first LV. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the read. What we're gonna say? We're gonna say first LV, and then where are we gonna replace that here? We're gonna replace it here as first LV. Dollar first LV. Okay? And then here, now repeat. Everything else is repeat here. Very first thing you have to figure it out. Enter. Very good. Here, dev slash, what are you going to have here? Dollar VG name. Dollar VG name. It looks complex here, it's not complex. Don't freak out. Okay, VG name 1. So we replace in all places, right? So let's see here. Enter the name of first logical LV. So LV create a hyphen, first LV, hyphen L, and it's going to take the VG name here. And then it's going to create this here. So you have to replace this here too. First LV. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is then I'm going to say enter the name of second LV, and then I'm going to accept read second LV, and then I'm going to change this here, right? I'm going to change it here. Yeah, dollar. Yeah. Okay. Now it's easy. It's nothing complicated here. And then enter name of third LV. Third logical volume, I'm going to say read. Third LV. I'm going to copy this here. And then I go here, dollar, here, and then go up here, and then also here. Okay, then number 4. Read LV. And then here we're going to say dollar. Dollar fourth LV, and here also dollar fourth LV. Okay. Now you want to get fancy here, so what you should do is MKDIR, we're going to match the LV name, okay? Okay? Now what else? Yeah, we're gonna have to change things around here too. So let's change this part first. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we have to change this part too. So dev mapper this part Give me 1 second here. Alright, now I think we should be able to confidently put what we have here. Okay, so here what we're going to do is you're giving the folder name the same thing, right? Creating, yeah. Okay, so the folder name, if you're giving the same thing, we should be able to type that in here instead, unless here we want to give the folder name something else here, okay? Over here, you could get creative here, right? You could type in enter the name of the first folder, second folder. If not, then it will create the same name here. So let's stick with what it is. You guys understand what I'm trying to say here, right? So this part, ZMPT1, you have to replace it with, what we're going to replace it with? Easy name. Alright, do you agree with these entries? Stop me if you don't agree with any of these entries here. It's just simple thing here. Whatever it makes it ZMPT, and then whatever the volume name is gonna make that here. I have to change here too.
So whatever is India, we just replace it.
Yeah. So pretty much everywhere I copied and pasted, so there shouldn't be any problem with all this here. So unless I mistyped it here, it's going to be a problem. Okay, so look at this here. Now we have like a pretty complex script here. What did we start off with? We start off with 1 line, 2 lines. Now it became the big script here, okay? And then we do LSBLK, nothing is there. And then CAD, EPC, SSTAB, nothing is there. So I'm going to run the volume group. So enter the first drive information here. The first will be dev SDD, right? Let me do the LSBLK. Okay, just to make sure, okay? So I'm going to run the script here. Okay, enter the first drive information. Example /bev/sdb. SDB, this one here. I hit enter. Enter the file. Okay, don't worry about the text. It's asking for the second drive. Bev SDC. Okay, and then third one is Bev SDD. Okay, so it created the physical volume. Now enter the name of the volume group you want. Example ZMPT1. So I'm gonna say Red Hat 01. Okay, everybody agree with this? And I hit enter. Okay, volume group ZMPT01 successfully completed. So I'm going to say enter the name of the first logical volume. So this is going to be, I'm going to move this up here, up the screen here so that you can see better on the recording. So enter the volume group name successfully. So let's do here. So we are working for a hospital. So let's do ER. How is that? Okay, let's jump on. So we are working in a hospital, so let's put this down as ER, emergency room. Okay? Now the name of the second logical volume. So what we're going to do is we're going to say what else we have here? ER here, and then we have main hospital. Okay, and then third one is what we're gonna do is what? Front desk. Front. No, man, don't go into ICU. Okay, and third one is discharge. All right, look at that. It's all there. It's all there. VIETCFS. It's all there. Now, this script is independent of the machine where you're going to go. Yeah. You could run it on any computer you want now. So, but what you could do is you could put some notes in here. So that somebody who's reading this script here, usually there are script notes here. Okay, this script is designed for creating volume group using 3 disks. Okay, and then this script will create 4 logical volumes. Okay, and this script will create 4 folders, 4 directories based on logical volume name. Okay, then this script will make a FS tab entry. Then you could say this script will mount from FS tab. Okay? Now, what you have is you have a pretty nice script. And this part you could use if then a statement, a while loop statement or whatever, if you want. But what you have learned so far is pretty simple, pretty easy, and at the same time it's complex too. Okay, it's just a matter of understanding what you're doing and what commands to use and how to use it. So if you're not, so what else you could do is you could go online and take a look here. You could search here. Linux simple LVM script here. So let's see if this is going to make us do anything here. So VG scan. So set up LVM and scan for existing configuration. So it's going to use VG scan here. So this is what it is. And it's going to say PV create. So it says the file system names must be changed to coincide with the, okay, VG create. VG change and all that here. You know what I'm going to say? Don't worry about those here. Go ahead and practice this. I'm going to put this on line right away. Practice this out and practice as much as you can these things, and then you should be good here. But don't sweat. Scripting for the job, if you're shoot for the admin job, scripting is not heavily required here. Okay. What you have in here, the small scripts or the blueprint I gave you, there is more than enough. Yeah, I'm gonna do right now. Scripting LVM, okay? So I go up here. Oh, I should have been putting this, I should have been putting this as I've been making changes, but it's okay. Okay. All right. And today's date is okay, guys. We'll catch up tomorrow again. I will start sharp at 11, and then we'll take another extra half hour tomorrow also. Okay? I'm going to end here, and then inshallah we'll talk tomorrow. Okay, Allah.